Hello, tabletop basketball fans. This is Rod with Rod's Tabletop Hoops. Today, we're going to go back to the 1984-85 season of the NBA. And of course, this was a banner year for rookies in 1984-85, and the top rookie of 1984-85, you could argue it was Michael Jordan, but this guy, who got picked just ahead of Michael Jordan, was no slouch. His name is Akeem Olajuwon. He actually spelled it without the H for the first couple of years. I think there was he was unfamiliar with the language when he gave his name, and they didn't count the H or something of that nature. I've also heard that Hakeem has great meaning, while the word Akeem has no meaning in Nigeria. So there's plenty of reasons why that H was delayed for a couple of years at the University of Houston and for the Houston Rockets for a year and a half. So anyway, Mark Vasilio put the old H on there right off the bat, so that's fine with me. This Rockets team won 48 games. They kind of came out of the doldrums after Ralph Sampson was also the number one pick 2 years before. Was it 2 years before? That's a good question, because Ralph was Rookie of the Year, and then Akeem comes along. What great luck they had. I mean, that was incredible. I'm going to take a look at Ralph. Yeah, Ralph is 83-84 Rookie of the Year. And then the following year, Akeem Olajuwon comes along and just flat out kicks some butt here. So I'm going to be playing this game with Mike's PurpleWolf score sheet again. I'm not going to be showing as much of it during the initial gameplay here, but I will have a 3 or 4 minute stretch where I exclusively show you how I'm entering things on the score sheet up close this time, and I'll take you away from the gameplay itself. I'm just going to be announcing the gameplay while I make entries in PurpleWolf. I'm having a lot of fun with this thing, and Mike is, I just had another meeting with him, and he's doing a lot of things to upgrade and improve. He's listening to game player input, including my own, which is great, and he's doing this all for free. So I'm trying to give this PurpleWolf a great run here, and I plan to use it perhaps for either a short season or a long series of games. It's generally not utilized for one-off games like I'm doing today with the 84-85 Rockets and Clippers. The Clippers host a lot of talent here. I think there's 3 potential Hall of Famers in this lineup. Bill Walton, obviously Hall of Famer. Marques Johnson, outside looking into the Hall of Fame. And Norm Nixon's right on the border of being a Hall of Fame point guard as well, playing great with the Lakers and completing his career with the Los Angeles Clippers. So one of the featured guys that not many people know is a guy named Derek Smith. Now, Derek, he came up with the Golden State Warriors. He's like a 6'7" guard forward type of guy. He really couldn't find his place for a couple years. And then he eventually moved on, maybe to the Clippers, and then or to the Kings and the Clippers. And Derek became a very good player for the Los Angeles Clippers in 1980. I think 83-84, he had a little cup of coffee and did really well. And 84-85 was a breakout year where he averaged at least 22 points a game and shot a very good percentage. Let's take a look. Derek, 53.7 from the floor, 79.4 from the line, getting 6 free throw attempts a game. He's a big guy who likes to take the ball in close and shoot the mid-range shot. He barely made any threes on the entire year. He did not shoot hardly any. Well, leading the team at 22.1 points per game at 34.5 minutes. Only 23 years old. Unfortunately, Derek, he tore out his left knee the following season and ended up playing only 11 games, averaging over 23 a game in that short stretch of action. But definitely one of those players that had all that potential. And you know, I'm not a supreme judge of basketball talent, but I know Michael Jordan in 1985 took a look at him and said, hey, that guy can play basketball. So Derek, he ended up bouncing around between a couple teams, had a good season off the bench in 88-89 before retiring after 2 games with the Celtics, and maybe played heroic in a playoff game in 89-90 for them, as I recall reading earlier today. But unfortunately, Derek passed away to a apparent heart attack on a Washington Bullets cruise, and in 1996 passed away at the age of 34. May he rest in peace. He just short life, great streak of career. But anyway, this Clippers team's got, because I'm playing against the Twin Towers here. I've got Ralph Sampson at 7'4". You got Akeem around 7 feet. So I did my best to counteract that with the Clippers. And they have James Donaldson, 7'2", and just a humongous man. And Bill Walton actually played a career high of 67 games up to this point in his career. And he was very effective for the Clippers. He averaged about 10 points a game in 24 and a half minutes. He started just over half the games, so he was on the comeback trail. And earlier today, I was watching an old rerun on YouTube of a Clippers Celtics game from 1984-85. It was like December of 1984. And the amazing part is Walton, it looked like he was doing a tryout basically for the Celtics of the 85-86 season, because the following summer, Walton inquired about being a Celtic, and the Celtics hesitated for a second, and Larry Bird allegedly said, "Take him, Walton's good." And the rest is history. He had a great 85-86 Sixth Man of the Year, 80 games, a career high. His career was cut short again shortly after that 85-86 championship, but still, at least a pleasant ending for Bill Walton's basketball career, and may he rest in peace. He passed away last year. So anyway, we're going to get started, and it's going to be Akeem Olajuwon against Donaldson. Who's got the higher offensive rebound rating? 25 for Akeem. I always know that he worked out with Moses Malone during the offseason after his junior year and learned a few more things about offensive rebounding, and boy, he could hit the offensive boards as well as any center in the game. So anyway, Akeem I had a poster of him on my college wall in my co-op housing room at one time, and boy, he was so darn good. I knew he was good at the University of Houston. I loved him and Clyde Drexler. Of course, Clyde became a Blazer. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking and get playing. Here comes Olajuwon, gets a +1, and we can make him jump against Walton, since Walton's the second highest offensive rebound rating. Olajuwon gets a 3, Walton gets a 6. Ball will go to the Los Angeles Clippers. So here we go. Let's see, I'm going to put these cards over here. It's going to go to the center. And the Clippers center is James Donaldson, 7'2" and 280 pounds. And here comes James with his inside move. It's a 5, and that's a pass. Goes to the point guard, Normie. Normie gets an outside shot. That's 8, and that's good. Norm Nixon. And I got to remember how to do this event logger for PurpleWolf. So Nixon is going to make a 2-point field goal. Is there an assist? Power forward for Walton is a 12. So we'll give Walton an assist on the play. And I'll log it in. And the score is Clippers 2, Rockets 0. Small forward, Roddy McRae. 10 is outside. Roddy McRae, 3. He's going to pass the ball. 10 or higher. Well, I got a 1, 1, 2, 5, and nothing. So we're going to have to get a shot off here. A 5. The 5 is Ralph. Sampson, 1 to 8. And that's an 8 on the inside. That's no good by Sampson. And the rebound's going to go to the offensive shooting guard, point guard. 8. That looks like Lewis Lloyd versus the defense. 10, Derek Smith. Look at Derek Smith on that board. All right, Clippers with the ball small forward. Marques Johnson, offense 5. Inside Marcus. Love that player. He was great. Missed shot by Marques Johnson. Rebound's going to go to the defensive point guard, greater than 5. Yes, John Lucas. And this Rocket team would have been a lot better if Lucas could have dodged some of his personal problems. He missed parts of 85 and I believe 86, where he had to go on the suspended list. And it was not physical, it was an emotional addiction problem. So shooting guard, offense 1. It's going to be Lewis Lloyd. Black Magic 12, no good. Misfires on the 2. The rebound's going to go offensive power forward. Ralph only has a 12. Akeem must be grabbing all those offensive boards. Defensive power forward, 28 for Bill Walton. So Walton grabs that. And that's going to be a fast break for the point guard. Nixon, 12. 3-point attempt on the fast break. 2 to 6 and 12. Nixon, no good. Oops, gotta select Nixon first. Still remembering some things. Nixon misses, rebounded by offensive center James Donaldson. Donaldson's gonna go up on the inside column here. It's an 8. He turns it over. All right. Man, it's still 2-0. Point guard defense. John Lucas over Nixon. That's a 3. Foul, Norman Nixon. First team foul. Rockets maintain possession. It's going to be Akeem the Dream. Offense 4. And that's inside. The rookie 3 scores, and he's fouled. Akeem Olajuwon. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, that's great. Let's see. Akeem Olajuwon. I'll say it's points in paint, sure. And fouls on the defender, James Donaldson. And is there an assist on the play? No, that was on an offensive rebound. No, it wasn't. It was a defensive rebound. So assist goes to John Lucas. And I believe that's it. Log that in. It's tying the game at 2. Free throw by Akeem. He's about 64.5% as I recall. And he makes it. Log it in. All right. Rockets take the lead. Shooting guard. Here's young Derek Smith. Defender is Lloyd. Just very average on the defensive end. That's a 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. That's a basket for Derek Smith. Easy 2 over the weak defense. And assist center 16. No. Clippers back in the lead. I got a 12-minute deck here. When I'm halfway, I know it'll be about 6 minutes. I'll figure out if I need to make some changes. Anybody in foul trouble or the like. Here's Akeem. Defender is James Donaldson. That's an 8. That's a pass. Goes to Sampson over Walton. 3 foul. Walton on the foul. His first. Rockets retain. Power forward. Ball goes to Sampson. Sampson offense 5. That's good. Ralph Sampson on the inside. I'll call that a point in the paint. Any assist on the play? Yes. John Lucas with a passive assist. And it's 5-4 Houston. Clips get the ball to point guard. That is Norm Nixon. He's outside. 11, no good. Rebound defense is small forward, shooting guard, or point guard. Small forward. Rodney McRae. And let's see. Fast break, shooting guard. Lewis Lloyd, breakaway for Black Magic. 4, draws the foul. Defender Derek Smith with the foul. And 2 shots. Lewis Lloyd, 2 to 8. No. Yes. Lloyd makes 1 of 2. There we go. 6-4 Rockets. Ball goes to the shooting guard. Derek Smith. Inside move, 12. Assist. Derek Smith. And the basket's going to go to for Norm Nixon. All right. Game tied at 6 apiece. Small forward defense. It's Rodney McCray over Marques Johnson. That's a 9. And it's good. Rodney McCray. And the assist, shooting guard 9. Yes, Louis Lloyd. And it's 8-6 Houston. Rockets hitting 60%. And the Clippers hitting 50% from the floor so far. Power forward, that's Bill. Offense 9, interior 2. He passes. He led the league in turnovers per minute played, so you can see those turnovers on his inside column. Small forward, Marques Johnson over McCray. And McCray blocks the shot. Missed by Marques Johnson. Oh, wait. The way this is handled is different. Yeah, wait a minute. You go block shot, McCray. Excuse me while I pause. McCray at the block shot. And then I go Marques Johnson with the missed 2-pointer. And let's see if I can get a rebound here. Let's see. Defensive. Oh, rebound. Yes, normal rebound. Defensive shooting guard fast break. So it'll be Lewis Lloyd. I don't know if I can add that in here. No, I got to do it separately. Rebound Lloyd. He's making some changes. Mike's making some changes to make this all one login event where you block a shot, someone grabs the rebound and someone misses the shot with 2 add-on events. I'll describe that a little bit when I get straight to the score sheet for the PurpleWolf score sheet. But we got a fast break going, and it's going to go to the point guard. And it's John Lucas. And that's an 8, and that's a foul. Foul side defender. Normie Nixon on the foul. And 2 shots for John Lucas. 6, it's good. 4, it's good. So Luke makes 2. I don't know if that counts as fast break points. I'm going to count it as a fast break basket. I can put second chance points, fast break points, and points in the paint. So I'm going to give that one a fast break point scoring, and it's 10-6 Rockets. Small forward, Marques Johnson over Rodney McCray, and McCray gives up the 2-pointer to Marques Johnson. And is that an assist? Power forward 8, Bill Walton with another assist. Log it in, it's 10-8. Here come the Rockets. Power forward. Ralph Sampson. Inside column. That's an 8. No good. Rebound. Offensive center greater than 13. Yeah. Akeem the Dream. Offensive rebound. Akeem's going to go up. Dream shake. Shoots. No. Rebound defensive high. And that is Walton with the 28. And here come the Clippers trying to tie it up. Here from the LA Sports Arena. Point guard offense 6. Nixon 8. He's got it from outside. This is small forward 10, Marques Johnson. So we got a tie score. Both teams, Houston at 42.9 from the floor, but they've made 4 free throws. And the Clippers 55.6 from the floor. Power forward offense 5. It's Sampson. Need those odd numbers, 3, 5, 7, 9. Wow, all pretty good there. Ralph scores on the inside, so we're going to give him an inside basket here. Point in the paint. Ralph Sampson. I've never kept track of those before, but it's available with the PurpleWolf score sheet. Assisted by shooting guard 22. Nope. 12-10 Rockets. Center. Donaldson over Olajuwon for rejected by Olajuwon. So there's a block shot event with Olajuwon missed by Donaldson. Rebound. Small forward is higher than the shooting and points, so we'll go Rodney McRae. That's designed to. Let me put this rebound for McRae before I forget. That's designed to make sure that there's not an super rebounder at the guard that we're missing out on, a Westbrook or something, and also determines that we actually have a really good rebounding small forward and not a weak one like, say, Rick Barry in his final couple of years where it was way lower. Kiki Vandeweghe, poor rebounders on the defensive glass. So anyway, Rockets do get a fast break out of the deal, it looks like. So I'm going to go point guard Lucas. Here they go. 4. P. Pattern play, set her up. Shooting guard defense. Lewis Lloyd over Smith. That's a 6. That's a steal. So there's another event. Derek Smith gets the steal. And the turnover is Lloyd. And we're going. And that's a fast break. And that's going to be point guard as well. Norm Nixon. 7 assists. Norm Nixon. Two-pointer is going to go to 4. Derek Smith, 2-point field goal. And that's kind of a fast break point. We'll give it fast break. And our scoreboard goes on the fritz as we're now tied at 12. Shooting guard defense. That's going to be Lewis Lloyd over Smith. And he's got it, Lewis Lloyd, just like that. And assist, power forward 15. No, log it in. And it's a shooting guard defense for the Clippers. Right back in their face. They're both kind of average or worse defenders. 4, that's a pass by Derek. Power forward Walton over Sampson. 9, that's a steal. So another turnover for Big Bill. And Sampson, very speedy for his position. And Walton gets the turnover. Log it in. Fast break shooting guard. We got Lewis Lloyd on the break. Let's see what he does. That's an 8. P sets it up. Ball goes to the shooting guard defense. Lloyd over Derek Smith. 6, stolen right back. Oh my goodness. Another steal for Derek Smith. Turnover for Lewis Lloyd. And another fast break right back. Point guard Nixon breakaway. 6, he scores. Nixon on the break. 2-pointer. Fast break basket. Assisted by the power forward 19. No. So we'll log that in, and it's now 14 apiece. Approaching the first 6 minutes here, about 5 minutes in. 7 minutes left in the quarter or so. Small forward defense. This is McRae over Marcus. Marcus, Pretty average defender, 6. It's good. No one's spectacular at the defensive end here. Rodney McRae's going to get credit for 2. And the assist is going to the shooting guard, Louis Lloyd. And it's now 16-14 Houston. Small forward, Marques Johnson. Offense, 8. And he gets a 9, which is no good. Rebound, offensive power forward has an 18. Defensive power forward has an extra die. Got a 23 already, so Ralph Sampson's going to clear. Start the fast break for Louis Lloyd. Here goes Black Magic, 60 scores. Black Magic, Louis Lloyd. What a player. I always loved Louis. Too bad he had some personal issues as well. Got him banned from the league. Assist, power forward, 10. And no. So it looks like a Louis Lloyd 2-pointer. Fast break bucket counted. Okay, 18-14. We're approaching halfway. 2, Olajuwon and Sampson. Because Sampson's double the number. I'm going to go 1 to 4, 5 to 6 with 1 die here. Who gets the ball? So Sampson inside 8. No. Missed 2-pointer. Rebound. Offensive small forward. McRae has an 11. Defensive small forward, you can add 7. So Marques Johnson's going to clear the board. And another fast break. This game has got the fast breaks going. It's going to be James Donaldson on the fast break, baby. Just imagine a 7'2", 280-pound guy rumbling up the court. He says, I'll kindly set it up. Power forward, offense 7. That's Walton. And Bill's going to try and make some magic happen. He draws the foul. Fouls on the small forward, Rodney McRae. Walton's going to get 2 shots. 2. He actually hit 680 from the line. His best percentage in a while. Got them both. I find when Walton did not play a lot of games, his free throw percentage was always pretty darn low. So we'll log that in. And it's 18-16. And we are Carter way from halfway through. Shooting guard. Outside shot, Louis Lloyd, 6. No good. I always like that part of hoops. It tells you whether you're on the inside or the outside or running the fast break. So there's a miss. Rebound, Walton. And Walton going to do one of his classic. Oh, missed 2 for Lloyd. Rebound, Walton. Log it in. Going to do his classic outlet pass. Point guard Nixon just feasting off this stuff. 10. He draws the foul. Foul Ralph Sampson. And let's see. That was Norm Nixon to the line for 2 shots. Going to try and knot the game up. Good. And good. It's all squared. Nixon, 2 free throws. Ties it up at 18. And we're about halfway through this quarter, and I'm going to check and see if I need to make any substitutions. Okay, the only changes I made were the point guards. John Lucas only averaged 25 minutes a game, so I'm going to give him a little breather. Put in Lionel Hollins at the point. He also played for the Clippers at one time. And Brian Warwick, who, when I was watching that Clippers-Celtics game, was on fire, but he was actually known as more of a point guard, not really a brilliant shooter necessarily. How did Brian Warwick shoot from the field this year? He has .491, 3 attempts in 12 minutes a game. So he's not exactly a big-time scorer, 3.7, but gets some assists. Does foul a little bit, maybe not a great defender, but either Hollins kind of at the tail end of his career, and the 85 Rockets. Let me take a look at Hollins' stats. I was happy he was healthy. He'd had a number of injury-plagued years. Hollins played 80 games, started 60, so he was kind of the John Lucas replacement. Shot .461 from the field, .794 from the line, 7.6 points, 5.2 assists in half a game. So that's not too bad at all. We will start going with Mitchell Wiggins sometime soon. He did play all 82 games and started 24, but they must have made a decision to have Lewis Lloyd play the shooting guard for 58 starts, and Wiggins had 24 starts, so that actually totally adds up to 82. So if Lewis Lloyd wasn't starting, Wiggins was, but Wiggins is only 19 minutes a game. So Rockets ball, all square at 18. Early scoring leaders, it's all over the place. 4 points for Marques Sampson, 5 points for Lewis Lloyd, and 10 points for Norm Nixon, who I just took out. So the ball's got to go elsewhere. I'm hoping that we'll get some points for Walton and Marques Johnson, and Derek Smith will continue to get the ball. So we're only going to do this for a short time. We'll see how it works out. Rockets ball, center defense. Olajuwon over. Donaldson, foul. James Donaldson, that's his second. So 2 on Big James. Get my event logger out. I know you can't see that. James Donaldson on the foul. I want to see what that is team foul-wise. That is 6 team fouls. So Olajuwon's going to get 2 free throws. I always got to remember to look that, make sure I see that. Olajuwon to the line. 10, not good. 9, not good. So Akeem, streaky foul shooter. Misses 2. And the rebound is going to go to the small forward, Marques Johnson. And here come the Clips. Marques over McRae. And that's a 7. No good by Marques Johnson. Rebound offensive point guard, Brian Warwick. Warwick's going up. 11. He is fouled. Foul line of Hollins. Two shots. Warwick. 2 to 8 and 11. Misses. No one seems to make a free throw now. And he makes the second one. So Warwick splits him. And the Clippers take a 1-point lead. Center defense. Olajuwon over Donaldson again. 8. And it's a pass. Small forward defense. McRae over Marques Johnson. 8. That's a pass. Power forward defense. Sampson over Walton. Gotta shoot. 10. Steal by Walton. Turnover Sampson. Oh, Walton with the steal. Sampson with the turnover. Fast break, small forward, Marques Johnson on the break. Doesn't have much there. 7 is a miss. Rebound, team rebound home. So on the PurpleWolf score sheet, there's a place where it just says LA team / bench in brackets. So that's kind of where you log your team rebounds, basically, is what we found. And so that seems to have worked out okay. So every creator has their own way of logging those team rebounds. The Darren Smith score sheet, you just manually entered them, and it would add to the final total. So it worked, but took a second longer. Stays in possession of the Clips. Center offense 9. Offense 9, that's actually offense 9 outside for Donaldson. And that's going to be a pass. 4, we got Johnson and Smith. 1 to 3 Johnson, 4 to 6 Smith. Smith defender is Lloyd. 8 foul, Lewis Lloyd. And how many is that on the Rockets? That's 14 fouls. Next one will be penalty. We got a 1 or better. We got 3 of those guys. So we'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Marques Johnson, outside. 7, drills it. Marques Johnson, Clippers by 3. And the assist, none. For the Clippers. Now lead 21-18. 3 or better for Houston. Ralph. Defenders, Walton. Look out. Rejected by Walton. He averaged like 3 blocks per 36 minutes. Sampson on the miss. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Team rebound. Houston bench. Whoops, I did something wrong. That was a block by Walton. Miss by Sampson. Okay. And then I cannot get a team rebound that way, I guess. Rebound. Back to Houston. Oh, it's an offensive. Whoops, dang it. Houston with an offensive team rebound. All right. Takes me a second on a couple of these, and Mike's doing a few improvements on the score sheet as well that have been updated since my version. I think I've got 1.12 or something, or 1.1. It will be upgraded if it hasn't been already. So Sampson got blocked out of bounds. They retain possession. It's Lewis Lloyd over Derek Smith. That's an 11. That's a foul on Derek. And that is going to be 7 team fouls. And that's Lewis Lloyd for 2. Good. Missed another free throw. So Lloyd will split them. Rebound. Defensive point guard. Brian Warwick. Here come the Clips. 9, that's a pass. Nobody's got a 9. Point guard offense, 8. Outside, Warwick. That's a 5. Pass. Point guard defense. Warwick, got to get the shot off. 6, no good. Rebound, defensive center, Olajuwon. Whoops, that was a mistake. I clicked his player instead of the add-on. There we go. Olajuwon. Small forward. Defense. McRae over Marcus. And that's a 6. It's good. Rodney McRae teeing off on the Marques Johnson defensive card. And assist center 4. Olajuwon has a 5. Nothing special, but he'll get that assist. Ties the game at 21. 5 or better, no for the Clippers. Center, Donaldson. That's an 8. He turns it over again. James Donaldson. Not handling the ball. Here come the Rockets. Sampson. Walton defending. That's a 4. That's another foul on Big Bill. So the Clippers are in the penalty, and Sampson, a very average foul shooter at best. 10 makes the first. 8 misses the second. Splits them. Free throw rebound is going to be James Donaldson. Rockets take that 1-point lead. It's been a little slow scoring-wise. There's a pass. Point guard defense. 6, no good again by Brian Warwick. Good defense by Hollins. Rebound. Offensive power forward greater than 11. Walton will grab that offensive rebound. Goes up. 8, draws the foul on Ralph Sampson, and that is 2 on Ralph. And Walton's going to go to the line for 2. There's a 7. Good. Misses the second. There, it's a missing free throw contest here. Splits them. Rebound. Point guard, Hollins. So we're tied at 22. I'm going to call a timeout here while we look into getting a couple guys out with 2 fouls. Okay, so we've got a wholesale changes. Wiggins, Michaud, Robert Reed in for Houston, Rory White, Michael Cage, and Junior Bridgeman in for the Clippers, all at a little bit different positions. Cage is kind of sliding up to center. Bridgeman sliding down to guard. We'll see how this goes for the last 2 minutes of the period. Give the ball to Houston. Small forward is Robert Reed, offense 6. That's outside for Robert there. That's a 10, no good. Rebound. The shooting guard and point guard are certainly not 13, but I'm surprised Mitchell Wiggins is out 12. Rebound, defensive center or power forward. Wow. It's easily Michael Cage, who has a rebound title to his name. So he's got it. Here come the Clips. Point guard offense 5, and that's going to be the inside move of Brian Warwick, 5. Pass. Power forward, that's going to be Rory White inside. He likes that inside move. 8, pass. Got to get someone to shoot the ball. Point guard defense, Warwick over Hollins. 10, he's not a 2D, so it'll be an official basket. Warwick over Hollins. And any assist? Center 14, no. But that gives the Clippers a lead of 24-22. And here come the Rockets. Power forward defense. Michaud over White. That's an 8. That's a miss. Rebounds going to go offensive small forward 11. 13 for Marques Johnson. So it looks like an offensive rebound. Wait. No, that was Michaud who missed. Duh. Okay, Reed. No, it's not an 11. Rebound, Marques Johnson. Defensive rebound. I'm glad this game kind of reminds me of who's got the ball, who's rebounding sometimes. You kind of lose track once in a while. Shooting guard defense. Bridgeman over Wiggins. That's a 6. That's a steal. Mitchell Wiggins. I think he was a pretty good defender. So that's Wiggins. Steal. Turnover Bridgeman. And here we go with a fast break. Hollins. Breakaway 9. That's a pattern play. Set her up. Small forward defense. Reed over Marcus. That's a 10. Pass. The P doesn't count as a play, so they still have 2 more here. Center offense 10. Olajuwon. Outside 9 misfires. Olajuwon didn't develop any range in his rookie year, so. Rebound on that one. Offensive center 25. Defensive center 2 dice. Cage will have to battle it. Needs a 7. Yeah, he's got an 11. Michael Cage can do it. Lock that in. Fast break. Here comes the small forward. Not a good fast breaker. Marques Johnson there. He's just going to set it up. 6. Nope. 6. Nope. Got to get a shot off. 5. The man, Junior Bridgeman, offense 10. And that's an 8, no good. At least he got a shot off. Rebound, offensive center greater than 16, no. Rebound the dream. 24-22. Here's an 8. Nobody's got an 8. Shooting guard defense. Mitchell Wiggins over Bridgeman. There's a pass. So it's 2, right? Yeah. They got to get the shot off now. Small forward offense, 8. Robert Reed, 7. He's got it from outside. Robert Reed, 2-pointer. This is point guard, Hollins. Game is all tied at 24. Not a lot of fireworks in this first quarter. Shooting guard, Bridgeman over Wiggins. That's a 7. That's a foul. A lot of fouls in this quarter. Everybody's over the limit, so Bridgman's going to get a couple. He's 2 to 9 and 11, which is fantastic. And, of course, I rolled a 10 and totally biffed it for Junior here. Put the whammy on him. Rebound. Power forward Larry Michaud. And they're playing for almost the final shot here. Center, Akeem, playing the whole quarter. Over Cage, 5. Steal by Cage. Turnover, Akeem Olajuwon. Fast break for the power forward, Rory White. That's an ugly fast break column. Very ugly. Sets it up. That'll be the quarter right there after one period. Los Angeles Clippers, 25-24 leaders, shooting 45% from the floor, 47% from the floor for the Houston Rockets, who are only 6 of 11 from the free throw stripe. So there you have it. One period in the books. Rockets and Clippers. All right, we're at halftime of this game between the Los Angeles Clippers and the Houston Rockets. It is 55-50. Los Angeles Clippers guard Norm Nixon has gone nuts. That guy's got 26 points. Let me close the event logger right here. I don't know if you can see on the side. This is Nixon's line right here. He's got 26 points on 11 for 15 from the floor. Made all 4 of his free throws. He's got 3 assists, but he's just been getting on the fast break, and he's been looking to shoot. His card on the fast break is not bad at all. He's scoring on the 6 and the 7 most of the time. I don't. Maybe he's tried an 11. I'm just been impressed. He kind of was pressed into heavy duty because the shooting guard for the Clippers, Derek Smith, picked up foul number 4. If you can see that lit up 4 in the corner there. But even worse yet, Ralph Sampson got his 5th foul. I played him safe when he had 3, and he proceeded to get 2 offensive fouls that were not protected by playing safe. So he's got 5 fouls in limited 14 minutes. The Rockets are generally been led by Robert Reed with 14 points, and he had 12 of those 14 in the second quarter. So this is a lot of the dialogue that goes on behind the scenes with Mike's PurpleWolf project here. And I'm just played a full half, and I was going to start this quarter, a few minutes, and demonstrate how this event logger works. Once again, you don't need to type in anything on the keyboard. It's all mouse clicking, and so it works pretty well. This is what all these little symbols stand for. If you look real close, that's what everything means. 1, 2, 3, 3-point field goal. But trace is a missed field goal. Dos is a missed 2-pointer. And uno is a missed free throw. So he's got his own little language trying to get a little character for each one. But some of the codes I have not remembered or learned yet. Assist, steal, and block makes sense. V is a turnover. F is a foul. And, you got offensive fouls as well, which are, there's offensive rebounds in F, or offensive rebounds F, rebound is a R, and we've got offensive foul is a C. So anyway, we don't have really an injury schedule here, so we shouldn't get any J's. But anyway, that's what that looks like. The event logger looks like this. and you got both teams. I added the color to each of the team names, and that was kind of fun to do. And that's easy to do just by going into your league of teams. I can't remember exactly. There is the league right there. And let me close that. And you go to it and you right click on it, and then you can hit the fill button for the background and the font color right there. So you can do that with all the teams if you like, but you got to do that kind of before you start up the league. You got to reload the league. So that's one of those things I'm learning as we go. That was kind of my project for today, just to play some 1985 Rockets and Clippers. This game is from January 16th. So anyway, I'm going to use the event logger. I'm going to show you how to get my lineups ready for the second half. I just put in most of the starters with the exception of Sampson, who has those 5 fouls. So let's see. It's Olajuwon, Lucas. Reed will come out. Peterson played terrible. He's out. Mitchell Wiggins will take a break. And here we go with the starters will be McRae. Did pretty well. Lewis Lloyd, pretty well. And finally, what did I decide on? I put Larry Michaud. I'm going to give the other Olajuwon's teammate in college at power forward a chance. And you can kind of adjust these if you feel like I'm not really sure if this makes any difference to anybody, but you can like move the guys around to put your power forwards at the top. McRae, double click gets him to the top. Olajuwon, move him up. And it kind of makes it look cleaner, but I don't know if that really helps much. Then you can go over the Clippers just by clicking on that sign. And I got Marques Johnson. I took out, I'm going to keep Cage in the game. Walton will be at center. Nixon with Junior Bridgeman because Derek Smith picked up his 4th foul, and it just drives me nuts. So that's the lineup for the Clippers. So mostly you're going to see for the next few minutes just this screen and see how I log things in with the PurpleWolf score sheet. So here we go. Clippers got the tap at the start of the game. So they're going to get the Rockets will get the ball for the third quarter. And I'm just going to flip some cards, and you'll just have to trust that I'm doing the right thing. Center defense, that is Akeem Olajuwon. And the defender is Walton, who has 3 fouls. And I had played him safe a little bit. I will take that off for the time being. Watch him pick up a foul right here. And he does. Foul number 4. So now I'm playing Walton safe. So let's log in that for you. Just got to click on Walton, click on foul, hit log in. First team foul. Simple as that. Yep. And it also indicates 4 fouls. So I might be getting James Donaldson off the bench if Walton gets an offensive foul or something. So anyway, small forward defense is McRae over Johnson. And that's a 7. No good by Rodney McRae. Log it in like this. McRae, missed 2-pointer, look for the rebound. Defensive center, Walton. And you use a secondary event here, and it shows it right there. And so you log that in. Simple as that. You get kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I got a fast break to run here. It's the point guard Nixon, who's been on fire. I rolled an 8, and of course he misses while I'm describing it to you. So a missed 2-pointer for Nixon. And the rebound's the offensive power forward, Michael Cage. There's the secondary event. Log it in. Cage is going to go up 10 on his interior. And he draws the foul. It's on the defender, Larry Michaud. So we got a Michaud foul. At least Michaud's good for some fouls, 6 fouls to give, and it's 2 shots for Cage. It was a foul 2, foul in the act of shooting. So Cage is going to the line, and we'll figure out what he's going to do here. He's got a 5. It's good. 3, good. So Cage makes 2 free throws. Here's an automatic make of 2 free throws. And it's not points in the paint or a fast break or a second chance point. And sometimes it's multiple ones of those. But he makes 2 free throws, and you can see the score pops up. First 2 points of the quarter, it's 57-50 Clippers. Point guard, Lucas. John Lucas, offense 7. That's an outside jumper 11, and that's good for John Lucas. So we're going to log Lucas in with a 2-pointer. We're going to check for an assist. Shooting guard 1, Lewis Lloyd. So you do the secondary event here. You can see it hits Lewis Lloyd, and we log it in, and it's 57-52. 10 for the Clippers. That's a pass. 4. They've got a number of 4s. 3 guys. Marques, Nixon, and Bridgeman. And I'm going to give equal chance. Bridgeman gets the win on that one. Outside jumper for Junior Bridgeman. No good. Bridgeman missed 2-pointer. Rebound, offensive power forward, 14. Defensive power forward, 16 plus a die. We're going to give the rebound to Larry Michaud. And there it is. Log it in. And a fast break opportunity for the small forward, Rodney McRae, who has got a terrible fast break column. 2. As I say that, he draws the foul. And the foul's on Marques Johnson, and Marques will get his first. Johnson, foul. Log it in. 2 shots. Rodney McRae. 11. That's no good. 9 no good. Wow. So you got the 2 missed box right here. Log it in. I don't know if I could check for a rebound on that. Rebound is going to go on the free throw. Team rebound defense, so that's going to go to the Clippers. So this is what I do for that. Team rebound defensive. There's a bench sign there. You log it in. It counts as a defensive team rebound. You see the Clippers have 28-27 lead in boards over here. Small forward, Marques Johnson. And it's an offense 10. Outside shot 7. Good, Marques Johnson. One of my favorites. Marques, 2-pointer. Assist Walton. So I can put Marques, 2-pointer, Walton on the assist secondary action. Good. And that's it. It was a point in the paint. It was an inside shot. It would have gone point in the paint. But shooting guard offense 2. That's going to be Lewis Lloyd. Interior, that's a 6. No good by Lewis Lloyd. Missed 2-pointer. Rebound goes offensive shooting guard. Lloyd's an 8. Bridgman's a 9. So Bridgman's going to get the board. Secondary action. Log it in. Here come the Clips, leading by 7. Center defense, Walton over Olajuwon. 8. Scores! Bill Walton. The old man. The veteran. His feet are 38 years old, and he makes that. That's just a 2-pointer. I can't tell if it's in the paint or not, so I just give it a 2. Assists, power forward 18. No, log it in. 9-point lead, largest of the game for the Clips. Boy, maybe they do need Sampson in a little bit earlier. John Lucas over Nixon. 3. John Lucas over Nixon. Defense, that's a foul on Nixon. So it's a Nixon foul. Log it in. Clippers team fouls, you can see there at 1, and the Rockets are at 1. That little orange number there as well. So the Rockets had the ball. I was just going to make a note of something. I was wondering what the deal was with the Jim Peterson orange minutes played box here, but I think it's because he averaged this little row here. Basketball Reference, the database enters all the minutes per game. I'm just clicking on things. All the minutes per game here. And you can see that Jim Peterson's hit 12, which is equal to his minutes per game. So I have a feeling that's just a warning that I'm playing him as much or more than he played during the regular season. So that's kind of a cool little feature. You can also see the guys with 4 fouls, Walton and Smith, and obviously Sampson. Once you hit the 4 foul mark, you're in deep trouble. So let's see what Olajuwon can do against, or the Rockets can do. 5 or better. No. Pass. Small forward. Rodney McRae. Inside shot. Rodney McRae gets a 10. He's going to pass. And so that's 2 passes. So I got to get a shot off here. Shooting guard offense 1. Lloyd on the inside. 70 scores. Lewis Lloyd puts it in. 2-pointer. I'm going to call out a point in the paint inside. This is point guard Luke. So we use the secondary action. Pop in Lucas. Log it in. 61-54. Rockets needed that. Point guard Nixon over Luke. 3 pass. Shooting guard Bridgeman. Interior offense 4. 10 pass. Well, it's a pretty good interior. But now we're down to Walton. Defender Olajuwon. Need to get a shot off. 6. No good by Bill. Well, at least he got it in the air. Missed 2-pointer. Rebound offensive center, 18. Well, it's actually 16 because of the foul difficulties. Defensive small forward. It's still Walton. So Walton's going to grab that offensive rebound. We'll log that in. Walton's going to go up 12. Scores and is fouled. It's going to be on Larry Michaud. So a basket and fouled on the rebound. So that's a 2-pointer. Oh, whoops. I got to remember to put Walton name, then 2-pointer. Wish you could do it in reverse. We'll call that a second chance point. Probably a point in the paint, too. And the foul is going to be on Michaud. See if I can make that a secondary event. Yep. No assist. And we'll log that in. 63-54. Free throw for Walton. Shoot a 7 and 10. I roll a 10. And it's good for Big Bill. Finally earning his pay. 1 free throw made. I don't know if that's a point in the paint, too. I don't know. I'm not going to do it. All right. 10-point lead for the Clippers. What's going on here? Power forward defense. That's going to be Michaud. He's going to go up on Michael Cage. And an 8. That is good. Michaud scores on the defender's card. 2-pointer. Assisted by small forward 21. No. Log it in. 64-56. Michael Cage, offense 5, that's interior, that's a 9, that's a pass. He doesn't shoot a ton. Shooting guard Bridgeman, offense 5, that's a jump shot. 9 is good. Junior Bridgeman, 2-pointer. Assist Walton. Log it in. How many assists for Walton? That is 7 assists for Walton to go with his 4 block shots. 8 rebounds and 8 points. He's looking at a triple-double in that respect. So it's 66-56. Rockets come down. It's John Lucas over Nixon. 11, no good. Luke can't hit it. Rebound, we're going to check for offensive center, 25. Olajuwon's going to grab this. And I quickly log that in so you can go up for the second chance point, 7. It is a foul. Foul to assign a center, but that is he's playing safe, so give Olajuwon a field goal on that second chance point. And no foul. 2-point field goal. Second chance point. Probably a point in the paint, too. Slam dunk. Log it in. 66-58. Small forward Marques Johnson. A 9. That's offense. Outside shot. Here he goes. 10. No good. Streaky outside column there. Rebound. Offensive center 16. Defensive center 20. Olajuwon's going to clear. Log it in. Rockets trying to come back here. A 7. That's not going to qualify for. Nobody. Okay, they got to get a shot off here. Center defense. That's Walton on D. 10. Steals it from Akeem. I better check the playing safe rules. I'm not positive of that. Okay, I really forgot about the playing safe rules here. Walton's a steal. All turnovers when playing safe, steals become passes. Blocks become baskets. And rebound ratings are divided by 2. And loose ball fouls and basket and fouls are still assigned as fouls. It doesn't say anything about offensive fouls, but I've been assigning those as fouls as well. But either way, that really makes a difference and impacts Walton's game. So his rebounding actually goes from 28-18 to 9-14. I did not even see that. So that's not an event for Walton. It's just a pass. But does that mean that's a 24-second violation then, right? That is a third pass on a defensive card. Yep. So either way, that works out. I'm going to give Olajuwon a turnover. And we'll just do that. Log that in because that's the third pass on the play. So that block shot may have been or the steal would have been turnover, but the fact that they passed the ball around so much, that made a big difference. So the Clippers benefit from the fact Walton didn't happen. So either way, I'm going to take Walton out at the 6-minute mark probably, and we'll just take care of it then. Marques Johnson, over Olajuwon. Here we go. Olajuwon's defense forces a miss for Marques. So here we go. Miss 2-pointer. Rebound. Offensive power forward, Michael Cage. Just in the right place at the right time. Log that in. Cage is going up on his inside column. 9. Pass. Point guard, offense 2. Nixon, who was red hot. 7, no good. Starting to cool off just a little bit. Misses the 2. Rebound, offensive point guard 3. Defensive point guard 6. Fast break. So rebound for Luke. Log it in, John Lucas. Fast break goes to the center. Olajuwon with nothing on that fast break column. Sets it up with a P. Small forward. Roddy McRae, offense 7. That's an outside jumper. That's a 10. That's a turnover. Just a flat-out turnover for Roddy McRae. No problem there. Log that in. Still down by 8 points. Shooting guard, offense 10. Here comes Junior. Offense 10. That's going to be outside. 9. It's good. Junior Bridgeman hitting from long range. 2-point field goal. Small forward Marques Johnson with an assist. Secondary action. Log that in. It's a 10-point lead again for the Clippers. This team had some talent. You know, not all these guys were together at the same time like I've got them, though, I think. So power forward, Larry Michaud, offense 6. And that's a 4 pass. Not an offensive threat like Sampson. Point guard, offense 6. Here comes Luke. That's an outside shot miss. John Lucas misses it. Rebound, defensive small forward 17. No. Defensive center or power forward. Walton's down to 14, so Cage is going to qualify for that rebound. Whoops, that was an error. Dang it. What did I just do? Okay, brain froze for a second there. We got Lucas with the miss. Rebound, Michael Cage. I got to go this one. There we go. I selected a new name with the dot, which is different than the add-on position. So that's a fast break, actually. Point guard Nixon. This is how he got his points in the first half. 7 assists, Norm Nixon. Great play, Norm. This will be changed right here. This assist, a secondary action will allow you to pick a 2-pointer or a 3-pointer on the play, on the fast break, as opposed to having to log in this and then picking the winner. I had to select the guy who scored. That was Marques Johnson. And then I go Marques, 2-pointer. That was fast break. Log it in. So there we go. 70-58. Wow. Haven't seen the Clippers play this well. Here we go. Power forward. Once again, Michaud, offense 2 inside 4. That's a pass. Very passive player. Shooting guard defense, Lloyd over Bridgeman. And that's good. Scores on Bridgeman. That is Louis Lloyd. Give him a 2-pointer. Do we have an assist? Point guard Lucas. Log that in. 70-60. Even numbers now. Point guard defense, Nixon over Luke. That's a 10. That's a foul. So Lucas picks up the foul. Yeah, we'll log that in. What's the team fouls? Is that just 1 on the Rockets? Really? That was their first one? That's odd. I didn't even notice that. Okay. Clippers. That's a pass with a 7. Point guard defense, Nixon over Luke. 5 steal by Lucas from Nixon. So you go Luke, steal, Nixon, turnover. Log it in. Fast break, shooting guard. Louis Lloyd. 7. P. So he sets it up. 3. Nobody qualifies there. Point guard offense 10. Luke goes up. 8. Assist from the outside. So a nice assist for Lucas. Once again, this will be made easier. There's a workaround, new function in the works. 5. No. 2. Michaud gets the credit for the 2-pointer. Log it in. 70-62. center, Walton. Inside, 6, no good. He was 52% from the floor. Rebound, offensive center, defensive center. It's easily Olajuwon. Oops. Wait a minute. Walton missed 2. Olajuwon rebounds. Okay, log it in. Houston trying to cut into the lead. Here comes Misho over Cage. 6. That's a missed shot by Misho. Gonna have to get Sampson back in there. Missed 2-pointer. Rebound offensive point guard. That's Luke. Log that in. Lucas gets going up on the inside column. 6, no good. Missed 2. This time the rebound is shooter if greater than 7. Nope. Defensive high. Well, with Walton's penalty, it's going to be Michael Cage with the rebound. Log it in. All right. Well, that's about halfway through the third quarter. I was just trying to get a little sampling of the PurpleWolf score sheet done by Mike. He's doing a great job. He continues to add things. There's a lot of things in the works. And this little event logger is kind of your bread and butter as you work your way around. But yeah, I just set up this today, just a league schedule. As if I was going to play the entire season of the Los Angeles Clippers. And I was trying to find, I wanted to play the Rockets. So I found the first Rockets game. It wasn't until January 16th right here. But it's pretty amazing that all this stuff kind of got loaded. There's a data file you have to load when you do a new season, and it shows the actual game score throughout the year. It's tapped off Basketball Reference, of course. There's actually, sometimes it shows the location, and things like that. So really interesting setup for 82 games, and it's pretty darn cool. If you want to do another team, you just copy the basic file and you do it again. If you want to do it, you can play 2 different teams, different seasons at the same time. You can very easily do that, but it keeps standings. But if you're doing one team, obviously the only standings that are going to update are your own team and whatever 1 or 2 games here and there you're going to play against these other teams in the league. So, but pretty darn cool. That's your score sheet. Easy Excel score sheet with PurpleWolf. Alrighty, we're down to 6 minutes to play, and Houston is making this game interesting. The Clippers were up by as many as 12 or 13 points, and the Rockets keep coming back. Of course, this is the Clippers, who won only 31 games. The Rockets won close to 48 or 49, whatever it was, are just a better team all around, especially the Twin Towers. Unfortunately, the Twin Tower, known as Ralph Sampson, picked up 5 first-half fouls, and that kind of hosed him for much of the second half. But I'd been playing him safe, but I think I've overused the playing safe feature, so I'm going to take him off playing safe with 5 fouls. Akeem Olajuwon has 4 fouls, and the Clippers have got multiple players on the verge of fouling out, including Bill Walton with 5 fouls, James Donaldson with 5 fouls, and neither will be playing safe. Derek Smith, the guy I told you was a up-and-coming player, he was 5 for 6 from the floor and 3 for 3 from the line, but he fouled out. Too many offensive fouls. I could not keep him from fouling out. So there's been quite a few fouls in this game overall. Let's see. I don't know if I have a quick number on that, but there's been 27 fouls at least on Houston. So it's just, and I can see 3 guys on the Clippers that are total 10, 16, 20, 22, 23. Yeah, high numbers of fouls this game. Just a real rough and tumble game, but it's been a good one. And so we're going to see if we can finish this last 6 minutes up, and we'll see if the Clippers can hold on. Bill Walton has had himself a very solid game. He's been in foul trouble. Like I said, he's got 5 fouls, so he could be gone at any moment. But Bill has put together 10 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists to go with 4 blocks. All those blocks were in the first half, though. And a couple steals got taken away because he was playing safe, which I never enjoy that aspect of playing safe. But it's also keeping him in the game. He's overplayed his 25 minutes a game. He's at 30 minutes right now. But heck, let's just have a playoff-like atmosphere. I'm the coach, and Walton maybe can take a day off or something. So anyway, Rockets ball, let's go. Small forward offense for Rodney McRae. Had not been getting many shots. He's only 4 for 5 from the floor today for 8 points, but he also hasn't played as much. Robert Reed was actually hot earlier, had 14 first half points for Robert. So offense 4, that's going to be an interior shot, and that's a 3, and that's a turnover, a costly turnover for Rodney McRae. Get that in there. Logging in on the PurpleWolf, and here come the Clippers trying to extend their small lead. Nixon just back in the game. He hasn't had he's at 26 points. He had all of those points in the first half. He has not scored this half. Point guard, inside move by Nixon. That's a 6. That's another miss. He's jump shots a little tired right now. Missed 2-pointer, rebound. Offensive small forward 13, defensive small forward 13 plus a die. So McRae will corral that one. Logs it in. A 9. Nobody has a 9. Shooting guard offense 7. Lewis Lloyd just back in the game. 4. He scores. Lewis Lloyd from outside. 2-pointer. 101-97. And no assist on the play, so we'll just log that one in. And here come the Clippers. Shooting guard, Junior Bridgeman, taking the place of Smith and doing pretty good today. He's got 13 points on 5 of 8. And here comes Junior, and that's outside. 9, good. Junior Bridgeman hits 2 points. And assisted by Norman Nixon. And it's 103-97. For the Rockets, I decided to continue with Lionel Hollins. I've already played John Lucas 30 minutes, and he's averaging 25. Hollins and the team they were really coming back with this lineup, and I think Hollins adds some stability. Lucas likes to shoot a lot, in addition to getting a lot of assists, and Hollins just gets assists. So I'm going to take a chance and go with my old Portland point guard, Lionel Hollins. Center, Olajuwon over Big Donaldson with 5 fouls. 7, no good. Good defense by Big Donaldson. Rebound. Offensive shooting guard plus 8. Whoa, that's 16 versus defensive center 22. And that's what you get. Rebound Donaldson. And that's a fast break. Here comes the power forward Walton. Not likely to do anything special. And he's going to set it up. Point guard Nixon over Hollins. 8. It's good. Oh, for Lionel Hollins. Norm Nixon's first basket of the half. Law of averages. He's gotten a lot of shots. Assist power forward for Walton. And that's a significant one for Big Bill. Log that in, and that gives Bill 12 for 20 from the floor for Nixon for 28 points. But Walton has 10 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists. So we got triple-double numbers for the old wily veteran, 105-97 Clips. Small forward. We'll see how long he lasts. That's going to be McRae. He's shooting an outside jump shot, and that's a 7. Assist McRae. Always been a good passer. Very good team player. I'll log this in doubly until they fix that. Points are going to go to, I want a 1 through 4 is what I want. 3. I got a 4-sided die, just don't get it out. 1, 2, 3. Hollins for 2. All right, 105-99. They keep it within 6. Got a 4.5 minutes, 4 minutes to play. Small forward defense. Here comes Marcus over McRae. That's a 9. Rejected by Rodney McRae. So you log in the block. And the miss is by Marques Johnson. And so we'll log that in. We'll go for the rebound next. It's a regular rebound, team rebound, home. Clippers benefit a little bit from that a couple times today. Defensive team rebound. So it's 105-99. They got the lead on the ball. 2 or better. We got a lot of interesting stuff here. These 3 guys And we'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bridgeman. 12. Charging on Junior Bridgeman. So that's a turnover. Turnover for Bridgeman. Log that in. Do I see turnovers? It's 19 to 13. The Clippers have the most turnovers, so power forward offense, 7. Sampson not playing safe for the first time. Has only shot 6 for 15, but that's been upgraded the last 3 or 4 minutes. He was really off. A 9, that's a foul. And the assign is to the small forward and not Bill Walton. So it's going to be a foul on Marques Johnson. And how many is that on Marques? Log it in. Well, it's less than 4. It's 3 fouls on Marques Johnson. How many team fouls? So wait, what? That was a 9. Small offense, power forward offense, 7. So that's just a 2-shotter for Ralph anyway. And Ralph is 2 for 4 from the line. 676 from the line on the year. And here he goes. 4, good. 105, 100. 12, no. So it's going to be a split free throw for Sampson. Rebound, team rebound defense. Log that in, 105, 100. They've outscored the Clippers 27-21 in the quarter. We got an 8 here. That's just going to be a pass. Small forward. Marques Johnson, who's really been gunning today. He's 11 for 23. And he's shooting an outside jumper right here. There's an 8. Assist, Marques Johnson. Good play by M.Q. Johnson. Give him assist. And 2 points go to 2. 1, 2. James Donaldson creeps in a basket here. I'll call it a point in the paint. He's always dunking. And so 107, 100. I call Marques Johnson M.Q. Johnson because I used to play a lot of Milwaukee Bucks games in tabletop basketball in the 80s or whenever it was, or early 80s. And Marques Johnson and Mickey Johnson were on the same team and in the same starting lineup at forward. So there's always an M.Q. Johnson and M.I. Johnson, basically. So that's 107, 100. Here we go. Small forward. McRae, another outside set here. It's a 6, and it's good. Rodney McRae not letting up. Very efficient offensive player. And we'll call that. Assist power forward 8, Sampson. Log that in. 107, 102. Down to 5. Power forward. Bill Walton with his triple-double, trying to improve it. He's also getting a few too many turnovers. And what's he on? 5 turnovers. Walton offense 4. That's an inside shot. He's 1 to 9. Everything's inside. 3. Charging on Bill Walton. Tough break for Bill. And that is it. Walton, my scoreboard, PurpleWolf tells me he has 6 fouls, so we've got to make a substitution for the Clippers. Okay. Michael Cage, one of the few remaining backups here. I don't want to have to go with Harvey catching at center for Donaldson. Then their offense is going to suffer a bit more. But we do have Marques Johnson, Norm Nixon, and Bridgeman. Good offensive players. Houston continues to charge, only down by 5. They've scored 29 in the quarter with 3 minutes to play here. Point guard. Offense 6. Hollins kind of limited on offense, but I thought, he missed the shot. I'm not looking good here. Do I put John Lucas in? That's the question. Missed shot for Hollins. Rebound. Defensive power forward. That's Cage. Just into the game. Fast break. Point guard. Nixon all the way. Scores! Norm Nixon hits it. He's got 30. 2-point field goal. Fast break. Assist small forward 10. Marques Johnson. Log that in. Big, huge hoop. Well, we'll give Hollins another minute. I don't think that's That's a deal breaker. Power forward, Sampson, playing with those 5 fouls. And wow, I'm really good at rolling for Ralph today. 1 through 5. And Ralph Sampson has just fouled out of the game. Offensive foul. That's the 3rd time Ralph has gotten a charging call. So he's having trouble. Log that in. And Ralph Sampson has fouled out. Okay. Well, John Lucas does come into the game on that offensive foul. And Roddy McRae slides over to power forward. And Robert Reed comes in. They need shooting right now. They're down 7. Less than 3 minutes to play. And that was a tough loss. But Sampson, 6 of 15 from the floor. He had 6 turnovers as well, 15 points in 29 minutes. It was a rough game for Ralph. Center. Donaldson over Olajuwon. And that's a 5. That's a pass. That's what the Clippers want. They want some slowdown. There's another pass. And they now have a 6. So that means you roll to see what it is. 1-2. It's Michael Cage. Offense 9. It shows outside shot. It doesn't matter. He only shoots from inside. 4 shot, 2-4. No good. So they ran the clock. That's for sure. And the rebound, offensive center greater than 18. No defensive center. Oh, Akeem, the Dream. Log that in. Houston comes down 5. Well, they did have a 5 in Sampson. Unfortunately, they don't have one anymore. 3, they don't have a 3. 2's the highest. Point guard, I put Lucas in. We'll see if it comes through. 7. 3 bomb by Houston's John Lucas. No good. He's 0 for 3 on those. That was the right idea, though. Because, oops, I don't have Lucas's name in here. I got to get Lucas in the lineup so I can mark his 3 down. Luke, up. Let's see. Robert Reed, up. Sampson, out. Okay. I got to get the Lucas brick on the 3. Who's the rebound? Offensive shooting guard or point guard? 8's the best. Lloyd is an 8. Plus a dive versus the defensive point guard. Oh, Lewis Lloyd does grab the offensive rebound. So this is important. Log that in. Going up. Second effort shot for Lewis Lloyd. 4. He scores on the inside. Point in paint, Lewis Lloyd. Second chance point as well. Log it in. 109, 104. Time's running short here. Bridgeman over Lloyd. And that's a 9. That's a miss by Bridgeman. Rebound. Defensive center greater than 16. Correct. Olajuwon. Give him another board. How many does he have? Olajuwon has, having trouble seeing it, 19 points, 17 boards. Around 40 minutes. Shooting guard. Lloyd over Bridgeman. 6. It's good. Lewis Lloyd cuts it to 3. Assist. Small forward 9. Robert Reed. 109, 106. Do the Clippers have enough to survive this game? 5 or better. Junior Bridgeman, defended by Lloyd. Steal by Lewis Lloyd. Lloyd trying to be the hero here. Bridgeman with the turnover. Fast break for the small forward Robert Reed. Not a great fast breaker. 7. Oh, he missed. I got the 7 right in the middle for Reed. So missed 2-pointer. Reed missed 2-pointer. Offensive power forward greater than 23. No. Offensive center. Olajuwon's going to get the ball. Olajuwon's going up. Big attempt right here. Turnover. Akeem on his inside column. Huge miss there. Center. Offense 2. Donaldson goes in and 4, passes the ball. Power forward defense, Michael Cage over McRae. 9. Rejected by McRae. The defense is coming through for Houston right now. Miss for Cage. Log that in. Rebound, regular rebound. Offensive power forward with the rebound, Michael Cage. Huge rebound. Log that in. Cage is going up. 9. And he's going to pass. He's going to run this clock down. 9. You can't get a shot off there. 10. Can't get a shot off there. Point guard's got to shoot. Nixon from outside. 8. He scores. Norm Nixon has put this game away for the Clippers. 2-pointer. Assist. Shooting guard 18. Nope. Log it in. 111-106. That may have just locked it up. Small forward Reed. Outside. On its way. 6. He's passing the ball. Point guard. John Lucas. Offense 5. Missed the shot. So Lucas got his chance, but he just couldn't do it. Rebound offensive center. 25 versus defensive shooting guard 8. Rebound Olajuwon. His effort's been quite amazing. Goes up 5, misfires. He's just a little bit tired. He's played more than his typical minutes. Rebound, defensive point guard Nixon, and that's your MVP right there. Norm Nixon wins the game for the Los Angeles Clippers with some great rebounding. A final score, the Houston Rockets fall despite a nice comeback by 5, 111-106 to the Clippers. And we'll have some updated totals in 1 second. Well, the Houston Rockets ended up shooting 44.4% from the floor as a team. The Clippers finished at 54.9%. And a lot of that is attributed to the 14 for 22 from the floor for Norm Nixon, who finished with 32 points and 8 assists in 39 minutes of play. Marques Johnson ended up playing 41 minutes due to the foul trouble of the other guys, and he finished with 22 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists on 11 for 23. So he had, nice numbers there. Walton lasted 33 minutes before fouling out. He only averaged 25 minutes a game on the year anyway, so he's 10 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists to lead the Clippers in assists. The leading rebounder was Michael Cage, 23 minutes, 12 rebounds. So Derek Smith had 13. Junior Bridgeman finished with 15. Michael Cage was 0 for 4 from the field, 4 for 4 from the line. So he did limited offensive work, but really crashed those boards. A quick look at the Rockets. Olajuwon, one of my favorite players from the era, 19 points, 19 rebounds. Really couldn't get untracked in that fourth quarter. It looks like he might have had 6 points. So, and just couldn't hit his shot. He was 7 of 19 and just 5 of 9 from the free throw line. So the 61% shooter hit 56% of his free throws. Let's see. Once again, the other Twin Tower didn't have a great game either. 6 for 15, 3 for 6 from the line. It's Ralph Sampson, 15 points, 4 rebounds before fouling out in 29 minutes. Rodney McRae, 28 minutes, 10 points on 5 of 6. Very efficient, Rodney McRae. And he played better defense than Sampson for sure. Sampson got 3 offensive fouls. His defense wasn't that bad, but John Lucas was just, he did have 9 assists, but just 2 for 12 from the floor. I put him back in for the final 3 minutes. He couldn't bury any of those 3-point attempts. They needed him. Lewis Lloyd was trying to carry the team a little bit. 9 for 15, 3 for 5, 21 points in 28 minutes. And Mitchell Wiggins did a decent job off the bench. 4 for 9, 1 for 2, 9 points, 5 rebounds in 20 minutes. Good rebounding guard. I remember that from the 86 season of Fast Break. Good rebounding guard. But there you have it. Rebounds are very close, 53-54 for the Clippers. They led in assists 29-27. Rockets stole the ball 12 times to just 6 for the Clippers and blocked the shots 7-6 ahead of the Clippers. Clippers also 21 turnovers to 15. That's related to the steals. And 44 for 99 versus 45 for 82. So Houston wasn't stopping too many people, and that's kind of unusual when you have Olajuwon. How many blocks for the Dream? He had 2 blocks, 3 blocks for McRae. Yeah. Once again, Bill Walton, 4 blocks, all in the first half. So this was a great game, a great test of the score sheet. And for the most part, it ran really well. Anyway, final 111-106. Have a good evening, everyone.